the ground. On cloud 9, 10, and fitting, I'm not found. I'm flying up, looking down at your galaxy. Over niggas' heads like a god heavenly. Who you telling me, JD Worldwide?
Giovanni YouTube.
What's up, humanity? This is Giovanni DeVicente on the scene in Sacramento. Scientists claim this is the first time in U.S. history that a gene has been edited from an embryo to correct a heart condition gene. And today we're here to talk to the people of Sacramento, the capital of California, to see their opinions and what they think. Check it out. Here to break down an article I read recently in the Washington Post. Now, this is interesting because this is the first human embryo editing experiment in the U.S. It corrects a gene for a heart condition. So that's right, we're entering into the age of genetically engineered humans. So check this out. A team of scientists in Portland, Oregon successfully edited out a heart condition from an embryo. And this heart condition gene, it causes hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, also known as HCM. It's a disease that causes an abnormal thickening of the heart muscle, and it has no symptoms, and it remains undetected until it causes sudden cardiac death. So the embryos were allowed to grow for only a few days, and there was never any intention to implant them to create a pregnancy. The previous attempts were made in China and caused mutations that could have led to other mutations in future generations. The ultimate goal of these experiments is to be able to edit disease-causing genes in embryos that will develop into babies. Diseases that might benefit from gene editing are Huntington's disease, cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's disease, and breast and ovarian cancer. Now, this is the latest example of how a laboratory tool known as CRISPR, which is a type of molecular scissors, is being used. And CRISPR is kind of a sensitive topic because it involves changes the germline. That is, genes that could be passed on to future generations. The United States forbids the use of federal funds for embryo research, and the Food and Drug Administration is prohibited from considering any clinical trials involving genetic modifications that can be inherited. Because even if this technology is perfected, it could deal with only a small subset of human diseases. Scientists also warn that eliminating a genetic disease could have unintended consequences on human genetics, society, and even the environment far into the future. You gotta note that all it takes is one mistake in gene editing to mess up future generations. This could also lead to genetic upgrades to those that may not be able to afford them. And it could also lead to designer babies, where you could choose the traits of a certain baby, like, blue eyes or black hair or whatever to be born with. I mean, let's see what the people say. So what is your opinion on editing genes out of an embryo?
I think they should really pursue that because if it could stop heart problems, go for it.
I don't think scientists should play God and clone people or create babies or anything, but if they're going in and fixing like a heart defect or like a mental issue or something like that. I have 2 children, and if they had the opportunity to have like a heart defect fixed before they were born, that's a beautiful thing in my opinion.
Well, I mean, as long as people are able to continue their lives, if they were going to die otherwise and you're doing something to help them out, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
I guess I don't have a problem with it, but I do think that if that was to start, that there should be some rules and regulations and that determine how that happens, because I also believe in protecting the embryo from anything that could potentially hurt it.
Well, you heard it on Worldwide Opinions. That's what the people thought. Tune in next time and let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, peace.
exhale, breathe. Don't be mad, it ain't bad as it seems. Relax, take a step back.